Greetings, pen pals. We have an interesting pen this week. This one's got a lot of wood, a lot of metal, pretty hefty pen. This is the Hongdian 6016. Hefty pen, weighs in at 43 grams. It's got wood and metal, and that's mostly what it's made out of. So we got some shiny metallic parts with lots and lots of Chinese characters all over it. I wouldn't even hazard a guess what any of this means. If it means anything at all, I do not know. And a nice wooden body and a nice distal end that matches the cap. It is a cartridge converter pen, so this is not a piston turning knob, although it does look like one. So again, like I said, wooden body pen. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's see how it sizes up first. So here it is compared to a Lamy Safari and a Pilot Metropolitan. And as you can see, it's pretty much in line size-wise with these guys. So like I said, we have tons of Chinese characters all over the place here. Clip-wise, it's a fairly ordinary looking clip, although it does complement the rest of the pen quite nicely, and it's pretty tight in terms of clippiness. Around the cap band, it says Lantan, Hongdian, and 6016, which is the model number. It takes 2 3/4 turns to unscrew and reveals an inner cap, which is a nice plastic lined cap. The threads are plastic, so it's basically plastic threads against metal threads, which tends to work pretty well. The pen does post, and posts actually quite nicely. Personally, I think you need to post it. I think it's a little bit short, but I'm a big fan of posting nonetheless. It is pretty heavy in the back because this cap is a big honking chunk of metal. The barrel, like we said, is a nice wooden barrel. We're going to compare it to some other wooden barrel pens in a moment. It does have a smooth metal section, but it's not really totally smooth metal section. It does have a little bit of textured rings to it here, and this step down here where the section of the barrel separate, although this is not unobtrusive. Really, this is not obtrusive in any way, and it feels pretty good. And the barrel, the section tapers down and has a bit of flare out at the end. The nib is a number 6 size nib. It says 1997, Lantian, Li Shui, Zhejiang. I don't know what any of those things mean. Presumably it's got something to do with the name of the company. Some scroll work, and an F for fine, and of course an uninspiring plastic feed. And like we said, this is a cartridge converter pen. Obviously, well, the metal and wood and all that, there's no eyedropping going to be happening here. It does have an O-ring at the top, so you get a nice affirmative feeling seal when the section of the barrel go together, which is very nice. So that's pretty much the parts of this pen. Like I said, kind of interesting design. Either you kind of like it or you don't. It's got, like I said, crazy amount of Chinese characters all over the place. Presumably this means something or has some significance. I do not know what it is. But let's compare it to some other wooden body pens. I think the wood on this pen is actually made quite nicely. So here it is compared to a pretty pricey wooden body pen. This is the Pilot Legno. I think this is slightly better quality wood. I'm not like a woodworking expert or anything like that, but you see the grain looks nicer and the finish appears to be nicer there, etc. I think this is somewhat comparable to, say, a Moonman M6, which is the wood here. Again, this grain looks very nice, but nice as well. Or even a Moonman M1000, which is a Moon Blanc, basically a knockoff of a Mont Blanc pen. But all in all, I think it compares very favorably to some other wooden bodied pens. I think it looks very nice. It feels pretty nice in the hand. You don't get that lightness that you do with a lot of wooden body pens because there's just so much other big chunks of metal here that really kind of offset that. So this is, like I said, at 43 grams for a pen this size is actually pretty hefty. But it feels solid and it feels well made and it's got good build quality. I think it fit and finish are good. I think it's nice. But of course, pens were meant to write, and I know you want to see this pen write, and I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, like we said, we're writing with a Hongdian 6016, and like we said, this has a number 6 steel nib. in fine, and fine it is. It is definitely a fine point nib. I'd say it's about average wetness. It's pretty smooth. Didn't require any smoothing by me. And like I said, I think it's decently wet. I think it flows well. It's pretty good. I like it. Writes quite nice, and you know, nice nib. Ordinary plastic feed. The section is comfortable. Again, this does fall in the category of, I guess, a smooth metal section, but it's got a little bit of texture. So if a smooth metal section is a deal breaker for you, you might want to at least consider this one, because it is a pretty nice pen. Like I said, this design of this here, either you like it or you don't. I mean, that's really more of a personal taste thing than anything else. But that's pretty much it for this pen. Pretty nice pen. You know what would be really nice though? If you all could please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you could do all of those things, that would be very much appreciated by me. But that's about it for this pen. Let's talk about this ink now for a minute, shall we? All right, this ink is from Monteverde. And this is part of their Sweet Life series, which is a bunch of inks all themed after desserts. And this one is chocolate pudding. And this is a nice one. This is definitely evocative of chocolate pudding. I think it's got a good look to it in terms of you know, looking like the thing that it claims to be, which is always a good thing. Here is what the color card looks like for Monteverde chocolate pudding. You do have a little bit of color variation here, which is pretty good. Here it is compared to some other darker brown inks. Here it is compared to Waterman Absolute Brown. Here it is compared to a very dark brown ink. This is Pelikan Edelstein Smoky Quartz. And here it is compared to a slightly lighter brown ink. Here it is compared to Colorverse Coffee Break, just to give you an example of the difference between, say, coffee and chocolate pudding. At any rate, that's what it looks like. Like I said, it's part of this Sweet Life series. They have a whole bunch of different dessert ones: ice cookies, cherry Danish, strawberry shortcake, pumpkin pie, key lime pie, etc. So makes me hungry. So I think I'm gonna go have a snack now, and I think that will just about do it for this video. As always, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, because I sure enjoyed making it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.